right? Let's keep this nice and short. Dealing with an ex that comes and goes. So this is very, very common. A lot of people experience this, breadcrumbing as well while they're dealing with this, the breakups. So the very first stage of a breakup is relief. They're relieved to be out of the relationship. They're relieved to be away from you. They are ready to experience life without you, so to speak. Now, this information hurts, obviously, but it also gives you information. It gives you an insight into obviously what they were feeling during the relationship and why they want to be away from you, et cetera, et cetera. And you guys know better than I would what it is, right? Some people are dealing with complacency. Some people are dealing with insecurity issues. Usually those two are the main things. So somebody that is coming and going, they are just not sure where they are leaning towards. Sometimes they want to be with you. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they are very attracted to the idea of coming back and making things work with you. And sometimes they're like, oh, fuck it. It won't work. It's going to take a lot of work. There's a lot of expectation. If it didn't work the first time, why would it work the second time? This kind of stuff goes through their mind. So when you being the dumpy, you're dealing with this and you're seeing this happening because maybe they post stuff on their social media. Maybe they post like weird TikToks. Maybe they post weird YouTube, like reposting, stuff like that. You still have to remain still and away from any kind of emotional outbursts or any kind of revealing your cards, so to speak. They already kind of know that you want them anyway. And the reason why is you need them to wonder about you. They need to be wondering about where you are, what you're doing. And this usually doesn't happen until the relief stage starts to end. So that can take 30 days. That can take 60 days. That can take 90 days. That can take 120 days. So what do you do with this information? What do you wait for, quote unquote? You don't wait ever, really. What I want you to understand is they're going to hit the relief, certain parts of the relief stage, depending on you and how you act. If you completely cut contact and you didn't chase, you didn't pursue, which is very rare, just like never happens, then it's going to take longer, right? So it's going to cut the time shorter for them to get through the relief stage and into curiosity, which is stage number 2. And then reconnection is stage number 3. As long as stage 1 and 2 are handled correctly, stage 3 can be done. Now, there are other coaches and other people that say there's 5 stages. I don't think so. I think it's simple enough just to say relief, curiosity, reconnection, right? But so remember, relief is what they feel. Because they're in this stage, they're not going to be coming towards you. You're being hit with all the emotions now. It hits them later. Now, the second thing is during the breakup, they're usually leaning towards a certain outcome, but they're not always sure. And then the third thing, which I haven't talked about yet, is unexpected emotions. So they're going to be nights, days, mornings, whatever is going to stand out to them, whatever really sticks out to them. Sometimes it's night for most people. Sometimes it's morning for some people. They are going to really miss you during this time period. They're really going to think, man, I'd really like to have somebody to talk to about dumb shit. And you guys know what I mean about dumb shit. It's the stuff that like you can't talk to a regular person about. It's the intimacy. It's the stuff that makes a relationship a relationship. Stuff that only they know about. And they're going to have those. Just because they feel this way, just because this does not mean you reach out to them and make them feel better. They need to feel this consistently in order to miss you. And on top of that, they're expecting to hear from you anyway. And when you don't do this, when you do no contact properly, it's going to make them go, maybe this isn't going how I thought it was going to go. Maybe and because they're going to realize that having the single life and partying and all that stuff is not what it was cracked up to be. So it eventually comes to a point where they're going to miss a connection, a deeper connection. And I still don't want you reaching out to them because you know this information. I just want to put you in the mindset of what they are feeling, because that gives you a little bit of comfort being aware. So they're going to come and go during this phase, because if they miss you, they may send some messages to you. They may hit you up in the DMs. They may watch your stories, right? You have to stay still as a mountain. Okay? I always say, tell your ex exactly what you want. I want to work on things very slowly. I understand that's not what you want right now, but I can't accept friendship. We can't go back to being friends. So that's my offer. It's kind of like a business deal. They always call your bluff. Every time. They're always going to call your bluff and say, bullshit, fuck you, and I'm going to go live my life. So you say, so when they keep you and they keep, direct messages, guys, because sometimes this happens, especially younger crowds, then what you continue to do is reiterate that message. Hey, I still want to work things out with you until you don't, guys. Okay? Until you don't. But I still want to work things out with you. I still want to go really slow. And you you are the same thing. Every time they reach out to you, you say the same damn thing over and over. And then that will stop them from wanting to breadcrumb you, because every single time they reach out to you, you're like, I want to still work on things. And then eventually, but I would say even then, I would say don't message me unless you want to work on things. But eventually you can say that. Okay. Now, after 3 to 5 messages, okay, just to give you guys a general idea. Now, if you have a personal issue, and you guys want to, and you want to ask me for advice on that, just book a call. It's in the description box. So, but stay still as a mountain. That's how you deal with it. Because they are going to be, again, expecting to hear from you, and they're going to be dealing with unexpected emotions. Hurts, guys. I know that you want to reach out. I know that you want to stop the pain and take control. But this is one of those things in life where you have absolutely zero control over things. You are going through one of those things where, and everyone goes through it, number one. Somebody else out there is literally feeling what you feel. But you're going through one of those things where everyone wants to control the outcome because it hurts so much. But it's so much better that you don't, and you're going to see that at the end of the road of the breakup. And you're going to go, oh, shit. Because I look back at that now, and I'm sure so many of you watching this have gone through breakups before anyway. And you're like, oh, yeah, I learned something from that. And that's what's happening now. So coaching calls, coaching stuff is in the description box below. And I love you guys. You guys have stuck by and stayed fans for a long time when I disappear for months. And yeah, I'm absolutely down to continue doing this. This is actually fun. Last video got like 1,000 something views. So let's go take a look at some questions that you guys may have. So, Buddy says, keep making the reaction videos more. I truly appreciate them. I probably won't be. Ignore this, please. I probably won't be. Okay. And the reason why is, first of all, they take a long time to make. And I don't have that time right now. My digital marketing agency, I have my coaching program. I got like ongoing coaching where we focus on self-improvement and stuff like that. It's a monthly subscription. I have those things. I have too much going on. So, and truth be told, I would rather make videos like how I used to, like this. Okay. So Tyler says, I've really been struggling, but your videos have been a big help. I miss her and it hurts. I'm sorry, bro, but it hurts, like I said, and you're going to be learning something. But I've stopped initiating contact and have been focusing on myself, hitting the gym, talking to other women. Thank you for making this content. You're very welcome, Tyler. Love you, bro. I'm so glad and happy to help you. Let's post this shit. And I'm just going to say I appreciate that. Because, look, it is about improving yourselves. You guys understand that I talk about the map of consciousness a lot, and I'll show you guys what that is. So this is Milanote, by the way, just a little FYI, and it's free, and you guys can post like things like this up until a certain amount of space, and then you refer somebody, get some more space. It's completely fucking free. It's great. Anyway, so you're in a state of desire and fear. 99% of you want your ex, and you fear losing them, and it's about ascending this thing, this chart, and raising your consciousness density and consciousness levels. So next question is, I'm leveling up by going to the gym 6 days per week. Amazing. And by the way, Tyler, good job on focusing yourself, hitting the gym and all that stuff, talking to other women. Because look, there's nothing more you can do. Go and live your life. Go and circulate. Grieve. Let it hurt. Let it burn. Let the river flow, But life is constant movement. So keep moving and keep learning. So do that. You said I'm leveling up and going to the gym 6 days per week in therapy and also working on my spiritual life. Ex-girlfriend who has avoidant attachment broke up with me 4 months ago and has texted me very little over the past 2 months, several periods of no contact since the breakup. A few weeks ago, reached out because she needed something. I proposed to meet up. She said yes when I proposed a specific date and ignored that. I ignored that part of the text, staying in no contact. But I think she's moved on. So sometimes what happens is they'll talk to you and they still entertain the idea of seeing you, and they back out. They get cold feet because they're like, oh, do I really want to do this? Because they still feel that emotional obligation to you. So what you can do is, you said staying in no contact, but I think she's probably moved on. I wouldn't assume that. Just be James Bond about it. If she's literally just like it's almost like it's a deal that's about to close, but they're getting cold feet about it. So you just pull away back and continue to circulate in your life. Talk to, like Tyler is, talk to new women. Number one, circulate, hit the gym. And the thing about talking to new women, guys, a lot of you guys are afraid of this. You're like, oh, if I talk to new girls, because you're emotionally charged right now. So you're like, if I talk to new girls, that means I want to be in a relationship. And that's not at all what's happening. Just go and talk to them. Get better at speaking to the opposite sex, because you'll realize that they're not these mysterious, crazy angel creatures. They're just women. They take shits and do things like, you know what I mean? They have their own interests and stuff like that. I know that's a weird thing to say, but, fellas, the gym is going to make you feel really good. And also make sure you go for a nature walk at least once per week. It will help, and get your feet on the ground, like your bare feet on the ground. Do grounding, earthing, look that shit up. And many of you guys might go, oh, you're crazy. Just fucking look it up and do it and see how much better you feel. I have a grounding mat right under my feet right now. Okay. So, and I'm going to answer one or two more of these. Don't go no contact because you want them to miss you. Do it because you need them. You need to emotionally detach and find happiness within. That's exactly right. Krishna 335. Kudos to you. And this person says exactly. So, he said, man, my ex-girlfriend of 4 years moved on after dumping me only 1 month. I did so much for her and the kids and her kids. So this guy was obviously dating a girl who had kids already. And as a dude, right, if you ever date a girl and she's got kids already, you're never going to be a number one priority. You're just not. You're going to be, low, not super low, but low. And she can love you. Yes, she can love you. But, you can't discipline and do the same things a biological father will be able to do. And so I don't troll 69. I don't know what your name is. But just because it seems like they moved on doesn't always mean they do. Now, I don't want you to sit here and be like, oh my God, she's probably waiting for me, and instill yourself with all this hope. That's all shit. But what I want you to do is do what these other guys are doing and focus on shit you can control, like this chart, right? You're like, I did so much for their kids. See, and men also do this too, where they think that a relationship, men love a little bit differently than chicks do. We tend to think of a relationship like it's an investment, and like, I did this month, so that means that she's going to love me more. She doesn't give a flying fuck what you did for her and her kids. She doesn't care, because emotionally right now you are not the right guy for her. That's how it is. And that hurts. That's a tough pill to swallow, but that's the way that it goes. You can date a woman for 10 years and 15 years. It doesn't matter. And so yours was 4. And the last 6 months could be shit to her, in her eyes, to her. And now you've been an asshole for 4 years. Not fair, but that's the way it goes. Now, they're fucking nuts, and they're like, all women are so emotional, so bro. Like, some women are fucking logical, and they can go, okay, because I feel this way, logically speaking, this is gonna probably be the way that it goes. But generally speaking, fellas, that's the way it goes. 4 months, and although I'm leveling up, I'm still struggling to let go. It's okay. Letting go is a gradual process, just like working out is, and leveling up. it's a flex. You have to keep doing it every day and understand where you are and where you want to go, and then make good choice. I know this sounds so stupid and so simple, but God, you guys wouldn't realize, because I'm a coach, right? I talk to these people every fucking day. You guys wouldn't realize how many people just make shitty choices every day. Every day, no matter what, it's a shitty choice after shitty choice. And how do you know what's a shitty choice? Is this choice you're about to make moving you towards your goals to a better man and a better version of yourself? And if the answer is no, don't fucking do it. Again, do the things that are hard, that have been proven over time to work, like working out. Self-improvement became a massive thing in the 60s and then onwards, right? So I remember I needed a kick in my ass to really, because there's a certain point where you get comfortable with money, right? And I wanted to get to that next level, and it happens. And I was listening to Dan Pena videos. Love that old guy, right? And it gets me motivated to be like, yo, like I need to get doing something, like fuck being lazy. So I remember every hour, called this 100 units of time. Every hour I was applying myself to a new thing. So I was like, okay, from 12 to 1, I want to do this. From 1 to 2, I want to do this. From 2 to 3, I want to do this. And I have a big whiteboard right there. You guys can probably see the corner of it right here, but it's holy shit, that's weird to do. It's fucking massive. Okay. There. It's huge. And so on there, I wrote down that 100, and so every hour I'm like, what do I want to do here? So if it's if I'm going to be burning walking for 30 minutes on the treadmill between that hour and this hour, and then at the same time I read a book or do a call or listen to a podcast. Like, so again, you guys try to min-max these, and guys, I'm a father now, so you have to throw in the fact that, you know, there are things that are going to be, that come up in your life that are you have obligations to, right? I like answering these questions, so I'm going to keep going here. What if I'm the one who dumped? What to do now? If you dumped them, you have to go to them and say, hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up. Can we work on this? And if they say no, then if they say no, then you have to let them come to you, right? I'm thinking of the 6 men on the construction. Yeah, so the Jordan Peterson's video that I posted, what are we going to do without men? Good video. We are not friends on IG. She's searching. Okay. The big problem with my ex is that I lived with her, put her on a pedestal rather than staying on my purpose as a man. Big lesson I have learned. It happens. Oh, and you also said 2 questions down. What app are you using to write, and which software are you using to record while you write? So I have an iPad, and the app is called Drawboard. It's something like that. It's built into the iPad. Then there's a program. It's right here called Dawon. And then you take the USB, you just plug the because I think my iPad is USB Type C. So you plug that in, and then you open this program, and it will automatically fire up. And you have to have the app downloaded on the iPad as well, I believe, and it will work. Okay, so that's it for the questions, guys. And I know this is new, so you guys are like, you know, this is a lot of video right now to watch, 18 minutes of video. So, I'm going to answer more questions. Do not put your entire situations here. I will not read them, but short questions, stuff like this is great. If you guys have questions about how no contact is going to work, relief stage, and stuff like this is great. I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. So, okay, I'll see you guys in the next video.